Hello YouTube community family, welcome back to my channel, and today it's not just Miss Cole but you also have Miss Shaw Scribbles.
Hello.
Yes, she's a tutor, writer. You're going to read her book very, very soon.
Well, I hope so. It's out late this year, guys.
Oh, is it? Oh, like this year?
Yeah.
No, when?
Yeah.
This is not actually plugging. I'm genuinely asking when her book's out.
Yeah, so hopefully it's out later on this year.
Oh, high five. Oh, I was going to give you an air high five, but see?
I'm not cool. Buy the book anyway, people.
Yeah, buy it. So, we are here to talk to you today about Macbeth. Macbeth, because exams are coming up and I hope you're revising. And it actually should have started like 6 months ago, but I hope you're still revising. So we're here to go through some quotes and talk to you just about Macbeth generally, and hopefully we can help you before your exams. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about why we like Macbeth, because actually I do like it. Do you like it?
I absolutely love it.
I like
it's my favourite play.
So I'm not going to lie, things like Romeo and Juliet for me, I liked it, but ideas of love in like a day kind of, you know, put me off. But Macbeth, I think the power and the...
I like it. I like the power, the rise to power.
Yeah, I like Lady Macbeth the most because...
I love Lady Macbeth.
Thank you. See, I know she does some mean things. However, the fact that you had such a powerful female, I think for me...
I love a female villain.
Do you? That maybe the next book should be female villain.
Yeah, it needs to have a female... I don't know why the book doesn't have a female villain.
Maybe you can... Oh, you can't make any changes now, can you?
Book 2.
Yes.
Book 2.
Yes. Yes. So, yes, reasons why you like Macbeth.
I love Macbeth because I think I like, well, I've always liked stuff with like supernatural and bits like that, so I love the fact that there's witches in it. I love the relationship between Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. I think that's
Okay, why?
really, just the way Shakespeare crafted it.
Okay.
I just think it's brilliant, and I just love a female villain. Like, Lady Macbeth is the best character ever.
Yeah, she is.
Ever. And I think, like, in literature today, and like on the run up to like the modern day, they've just made female characters so weak. They're so like...
But then it would have been nice if Shakespeare didn't end it with her, you know, being weak.
Yeah, true.
But you're right in the sense that the power she had over her husband, like just the fact that she was just strong and dominant rather than it always being a woman that's always, you know, she needs the man to kind of get her power. I mean, in some ways she did need the man to get her power.
I think we're all capable of having a little bit of like a Lady Macbeth edge to us. Now, I'm not saying go away and kill someone or convince like your boyfriend to kill someone you don't like. Don't do it. But, you know, everyone's got to have a little bit of Lady Macbeth in them.
Yeah.
So a little bit of that manipulation. I'm not just talking to you ladies a little bit, but men as well. We've all got to have it.
No, I do. I think the fact that she was quite smart with how she did it. Like she, you know, their relationship.
Done that.
No, is that, you know, just going guns blazing. Sorry, that was not meant to generalise, but you know,
I'm not stereotyping.
No,
but a man couldn't have done that. Just saying.
So, but and I think the big thing is kids are kind of shocked when they read the fact that she dashed her brains from her baby.
My students are always like, what do you mean?
Yeah, because she's meant to be she's meant to be such a strong female character, and women are just known to be maternal. And I think the fact that Shakespeare crafted it to say, okay, actually she cares more about power than her child, I think will definitely challenge ideas then. And she is a modern woman, but written 400 years ago. So clever Shakespeare. Clever Shakespeare.
See, that's why Shakespeare is still relevant, people.
Exactly.
So Shakespeare's not relevant.
You know, I think that if you take away the language aspect of it, the themes and ideas are still so relevant today. And I think that's what sometimes makes you guys scared of it. And actually, you just see it like that first and then tackle the language aspect. Yeah. It will help you to maybe love it the way we do.
I love it.
Apart from Lady Macbeth, what other character do you like?
Okay, definitely Macduff. Yeah. I think Macduff is brilliant because for me, he's the typical embodiment of a Jacobean man. And I'm not saying Macbeth isn't, because he, you know, unseams him from the knave to the chaps at the start of the play, and he starts off really, really strong, but then he goes a bit weak and he's annoying. So Macduff, I think, stays strong pretty much the whole way through. And then you've got that final bit at the end where he's like avenging his wife and his family's death. And Macbeth still thinks he's got the upper hand. And it's just when he turns around and says, "From my mother's womb, I was untimely ripped." And you're like, woo, it's about to go down. Like, go on, Macduff, you avenge your family's death. That's why I like him, because he stays strong, or Shakespeare crafts him pretty much to stay this typical Jacobean man. And I don't really think he does that with a lot of the characters. All, like Macbeth starts off strong and then changes. Lady Macbeth subverts, but then ends up killing herself at the end anyway. Macduff, he stays strong the whole way through.
You're right.
That's why I like him. You go, Macduff. Underrated character.
Banquo for me. He was just a loyal friend. You need a loyal friend.
Yeah.
Like when they got the prophecy from the witches, and he was like, you know, telling him to stay away and, you know, not to trust evil, and, you know, he was trying to be that friend, and unfortunately being a good friend didn't work for him. And the fact that, you know, he got a prophecy as well that his sons would become king, and he didn't, you know, act on it, I think shows, you know, he's that loyal kind of good character. He's loyal to the king and he's loyal to Macbeth, and just
all I've got in my head is Chris Brown.
Are you fully seeing Chris Brown when you think of Banquo?
Yeah.
Well, if you think of Banquo next time,
loyal.
maybe just remember this song. Yeah, his friends are not loyal. But yeah. Right, next question. If you could change the outcome of the play, what would you change?
I think my response is going to be a bit of a cop-out, because I just don't think Lady Macbeth should have killed herself. I think she should have stayed alive and just coached Macbeth through.
Yeah, rather than her losing her mind as well, I think she should have actually, I don't know.
That's such a cop-out, do you know what I mean? Like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Lovely Shakespeare, but
why do you think he did that? Let's do a bit AO3 work here. AO3, getting the links in, connections to context.
Okay, so obviously at the time in which the play was written, women were passive and weak, and they weren't allowed their own voice. So I suppose in order to make it onto the stage, he would have to show that eventually women would know their rightful place.
Yeah.
I don't think a Jacobean audience would have been as accepting if she'd have stayed evil the whole way through and didn't show any kind of remorse. So I think that would be why, because although she subverts that typical stereotype and goes against it so much, actually, if she didn't lose her mind and kill herself at the end, would she be a Jacobean woman?
And it's the idea as well, she commits the sin as well by killing herself. You know, Macbeth's kind of stays true to being, you know, a Thane, and he is killed, just beheaded, but she overcome by her emotions, because that's what women do. And then she kills herself, so by a religious standard, she's committing a sin as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think she has to end in that way.
Yeah,
I think. She's
got to.
So where they're all just left going, nah, we don't like her, look, then she goes and kills herself, committing another sin, so it's, So yeah, better end for her. Maybe, you know, she could have just realised her issues, and, you know, she could have just said sorry.
Lady Macbeth, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Hashtag sorry. Yeah, definitely work. What would I change? If I could change something in the play, Banquo would be alive, and instead, at the end, they could have a battle off. So it's a Banquo and Macbeth battle off between Macbeth and Banquo.
That would be so good.
That could be a film. Just letting you know. Any directors? I think we could. Lady Macbeth's alive, and then Banquo is also alive, and then massive battle
off. Banquo and Fleance could be like one tag team, and then Lady Macbeth could be the other tag team.
His little boy.
Yeah, but well, Macbeth tried to get him killed anyway.
And she did say she dashed her own baby's brains. So
exactly.
Actually,
she's got no morals. She doesn't care.
No, really doesn't care. Yeah,
she'd go for the son.
Yeah, Macbeth Part 2.
I'm gonna write that.
There you go. That could be on your book.
Yeah, done.
Like it. Right, now we're going to play a little game. Yes. So, how this works, I'm going to read out some quotes, and Charlene's going to have 2 minutes, and I'll do the same, to guess the character who said it and the act, and then tell me 2 or 3 things about it, if you can. and you can see how many she can do. I'm a bit scared because this tests our knowledge to see how well we know it. But this shows that if we do get things wrong, we're human too, just like you are. And so when you do your exams, you can realise that, you know, it's okay to make mistakes.
Mistakes are necessary.
Or if you didn't know it, we can go away and then bridge learning, like the gap in our learning.
Yeah.
See?
Then I'll be ready for Monday.
There you go. Exactly. Right, so I've got to get my phone full of quotes.
I've got the timer.
She's got the timer ready. So here we go. Right, you ready?
Nervous. Right, okay.
Okay, so fair is foul and foul is fair.
The Witches.
What act?
Act 1, Scene 1.
Yes, and 3 things about it.
3 things. Okay, a context point. Shakespeare opens the play with witches, and Jacobean people did not like the witches, so they would have been scared straight away. So the audience would have been shocked and didn't trust it.
2 minutes. Thunder and lightning, why?
Thunder and lightning, because that's pathetic fallacy. So it sets the whole scene of the play, and you think, what the hell's going to go wrong? And why are these witches? What are they going to do? Why they started it? Why they... Ooh, and the fact that they say, this isn't the quote, but when they... when they say, when shall we meet again, obviously emphasises the fact that they've got this supernatural power because they can choose what, like, weather conditions or where they can meet.
True. Oh my god, my battery just died. Okay, we now have a charger here, as you can see. So she has 1 minute left. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right. If chance will me king, why chance may crown me?
I looked over your shoulder.
Did you? Charlie! Cheating. Stop! Right, that one didn't count. Right. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
Okay, that is Lady Macbeth. Act really, really nice to the king when he comes for dinner, and then stab him in the back. Basically, so you've got the kind of the contrast between the flower and the serpent. You've got the sibilance in play, so she's being all sly and devious, like a true woman should be.
Oh, really, Shirley?
All I'm saying is, women should stand up for themselves more.
Okay, this is your teacher, by the way, Miss Shaw.
My students are used to it, yours aren't. Hi, guys.
Well, we've fully wasted the time. So this game isn't really shaping up to work very well, but we'll try.
Not with me, anyway.
Well, she did try to cheat, so. So we're going to try it with me now. So we're going to swap phones. So I have the stopwatch and she has the quotes. Okay, so here we go. 3, you ready? 2, I'm not looking, and 1.
Is this a dagger which I see before me?
Oh, nice. Macbeth, Act 2, Scene 1.
Ding, ding, ding.
So in this, he is imagining a dagger in front of his face. So clearly he is, he could be suffering from PTSD symptoms at this point in the play because he's about to kill King Duncan, who's actually his friend as well as, you know,
the king.
And he is just now seeing things, hallucinations, because he is feeling fear for what he's about to do. And he's conflicted, so that's probably why he's seeing this dagger in front of his face. Yes, next one.
Oh, I like that
Thanks.
one. Okay. There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face.
Oh, that was King Duncan. Very good again. King Duncan, Act 1, Scene 4, I believe.
Ding, 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 ding.
And that's just before Macbeth enters. This quote suggests that you cannot figure someone out from what you see on their face because they could be lying. Because at this point in the play, the Thane of Cawdor was a traitor to the king and he's been killed, and that's what who he's talking about, the old Thane of Cawdor. So when he says this, he's saying, oh, you can't, you know, trust certain people, and then Macbeth walks in, so it's quite a bit of dramatic irony there because we know the plans he's going to make for him, and he's the Thane of Cawdor now, so also a traitor like the old Thane of Cawdor. See that? Shakespeare knew what he was doing. Next quote. I've got 30 seconds. Another one?
Double, double, toilet trouble.
Wow.
Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Good. I like. Witches, Act 4, Scene 1. Scene 1.
Yes.
So the use again of rhyme, showing that they're the witches, that this is what they did. They used to make chants and meet around little cauldrons and make spells and all of that.
Poetry or prose in this? poetry.
Yes, they do. It's a bit of
shows they've got a bit of power.
Exactly. Oh, my time's done. But yes, that's quite a good one though, because they use trochaic tetrameter when they speak. So they speak differently to the other characters in the play to show their difference to the more noble characters. And they're weird and the weird sisters. Yeah. And yeah, and that's it. Quote's done. Boom. Right, so now okay. Shawnee, serious face. Right, we're going to finish off with our top revision tips on how to kind of tackle this question in the exam. So what would be your top 3 things you would say in helping them to tackle this exam question?
Okay, in terms of revision and learning quotes, I would make sure that you pick quotes that are fairly short in length, and I would pick ones that go well for character and theme.
Yes.
Because then you've got less to learn.
Yes.
So that's my first tip. I would say in the exam situation, when you get in there and you open this paper, I would obviously read the question. Duh. Read the question first. Some people don't, you know.
They don't.
I had one student, right? This is like a couple of years ago. He went into the exam. He went, "Madam, I didn't fancy answering that question, so I answered a different one on a completely different text."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "What?" He got a C.
He got a C.
Got a C.
Well, see, rebellious, but you know, worked out for him. Don't
But
do
that doesn't work for everyone.
Don't do that. No.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. Read the question.
Yes.
And I think the best thing you could do, as soon as you know what the question is, regardless of what's in the extract, just write down the quotes that you can remember about that character or about that theme, because then it's in front of you, it's anchored, it's there. You're not going to forget it. Whereas if you just dive straight in with the extract, you're going to forget some of your quotes. So just get the quotes down first.
Just make a plan before you start. Like,
don't plan.
Like we make out like we're saying this because we want you to waste time. We don't. Okay, we say it because it gives you a chance to actually formulate your ideas and before you start writing. Because what you do is then just start writing and then it goes off in different directions and you're not actually answering the question. So it's important that you actually kind of have 5 minutes, just go, right, what in each paragraph, what am I going to be writing about? What quotes can I then use? And you'll just kind of have direction when you start writing your piece.
Definitely. And also, if you've got evidence of planning, if you are to run out of time in that exam and you've only got like 1 or 2 paragraphs, the examiners can actually give you marks based on your plan.
See, well, there you go. So make a plan, people. Make a plan, not just for this, but in life.
Yes.
Make a plan.
Plan life.
Okay, other top tips. Try to remember your assessment objectives. I think having those in your head will make sure that you get each one of them in, because you have AO1, AO2, AO3 and AO4 that you're being assessed on. So remember, AO1 is all about giving textual references, so giving the quotes that Miss was speaking about. Then you've been given your own interpretations. You need to be able to do that and giving your interpretations of the themes or character, whatever the question's asking you to do. And then you've got AO2, which is you analysing language and structure and form and the effect that this has on the reader.
And terminology.
And remember, subject terminology.
Figurative language. If you can't remember the language feature, just say figurative language.
Boom, there you go. Done. Yeah. Then you've got AO3, you know, that's your connections to the context. So you have to be able to talk about what was happening during the time period and how that influenced Shakespeare's work. So you need to make sure you get those 3. AO1 and AO2 are worth 12%. No, 12 marks each, not 12%. 12 marks each.
And then 6 marks for your context.
Exactly, and then 4 marks for SPAG. So
there'll be a difference between a grade boundary.
Exactly. So if you know, right, the weighty ones are AO1 and AO2, if you're not getting any analysis in, you're missing out on 12 marks. So make sure you know your AOs and even write them down on the page. AO. Are we, to people think we're cool right now or just sad? I don't know. But I don't care. It's fine.
In any way, shape or form. But
it's fine. It's totally fine.
So.
Exactly. And another top tip, make sure, try to embed short quotes, like kind of throughout. Like you can have your main quotes that you analyse, but then when you're giving interpretations, support this with the kind of like words or phrases just so you can show the examiner you can use a range of different textual references.
And just reference, like even if you can't remember the quote, reference what happens before or after the extract. You can still pick up like a couple of marks for it, even if you can't remember the exact quote. Reference what happens or what that character or theme might be like, or how it's displayed before or after. Don't want to miss.
Start smooth. And generally, just make sure you're always focusing on the question. I think that's so important. It always starts off strong when we read them, these exams, and then it always starts to lose focus as it goes on. Always make sure that you're going back to the key question, and that's why if you make a plan, you won't have to worry about that too much, because you made a plan that already answers the question.
Yeah. And don't use a connective that's in a shot glass, because one of my year 10s did that once and obviously you didn't get any marks for it.
In a shot glass?
Literally, instead of putting in conclusion, you put in a shot glass.
Wow, what was he thinking? What was on your mind? So yeah, I think that's the main things in the exam. Yeah.
Breathe. Take a deep breath before you open that paper.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I know, you've got a bit of beeping going on outside.
Video.
So yes, they are our top tips for tackling this question. Remember to get quotes, start memorising them, get people to help you out as well, you know, or leave them on things you see every day. I think that's the best way to start, you know, memorising them. And, you know, explode the quote. There's videos I've done previously about how to explode the quote. There we go. But it teaches you how to actually utilise the quotes that you've picked. So you picking out, you know, word classes and interpretations of these before you go into the exam. And then you already have quotes ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. Right. Thanks for tuning in again.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's do this again.
I know,
I
really
like this.
it.
I like having company. Yes. So, don't forget to get her book soon, because that'll be coming out.
Fallen 9 out soon. Make sure you subscribe to me too. Shah_Scribbles on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everything basically. Every social site, Shah_Scribbles.
There you go.
Sorry for the plug.
It's okay. Okay, see you soon, people. Bye now. Bye-bye.